Okay.
Right. Welcome back to reality.
It's going to be our second episode here. We got some few talking points. Don't know how everybody's going to feel about this one. First one. It's going to be bullet point number one. How you feel about booty calls?
Booty calls. I feel like, growing up Christian, it might be deemed or shunned. It might be deemed a negative thing. It might be a bad thing, evil thing. But in reality, this is what happens. Life goes on, and this is what happens. So I'm all for it. I agree with it. People make mistakes. People do things. How do you feel about this situation?
I mean, I don't really know about why most people would actually just... I get the premise behind a booty call. You just want a midnight fun, or you just want to go and do your own thing. But I don't really see a real use for it in a sense. I guess if you, I picture it as this: if you do that, it's kind of like paying for a hooker without paying. But if you have Tinder, you have Bumble, you have all these other apps that you can go to. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can go to all these other apps and you can search out for these types of people you can just have a midnight fun with. And that in itself kind of takes away the dating and the marriage relationships and everything else. So people will just ignore it and then I can get my rocks off somewhere else.
Right.
So I'm like, I find that to be a little bit unhealthy. Because you'll get your stress off, but now if you want to be in a relationship and then the girl that you're with, well, you can get it easier if you just go to one of these apps.
Now, I was coming from a moral standpoint.
Like a moral standpoint.
How do you feel about it in your heart? Do you feel wrong? Do you feel lesser of yourself when you do stuff like that?
Like if I do a midnight stand, or like a one night stand?
I want to know from you guys too, how you feel about, giving yourself out like that before marriage.
But I would say, come from me, this booty call system, I mean, I don't like it, but other people would probably say differently. Because most people would probably want to, have a good night. But you can also do the same thing if you was in a relationship.
Right.
So I find it takes away from actual relationships. And say if that girl did catch feelings, well then you didn't have any feelings to go in it personally. But then she gets kind of hurt in the long run, like what you said before in our last episode. Go check it out, where you were saying I don't want to hurt girls no more.
Right.
So I find it as, if you're going to be in a relationship and you just everyone once in a while, or I say if you weren't in a relationship like you are right now and just girl to girl, that's fine, booty calls. But then when you get into a real relationship, it's a lot easier just to go ask for it. We got a little problem here. A little bag is trying to fly around. Thank you. But I find it as it's not conducive to a relationship.
Okay. I can agree. I feel like, it will take you away from... You okay?
No.
I
That's
do.
something from Fresher.
Oh, okay. I do feel like it'll take you away from, settling down and stuff, because I do feel like I do see that a lot with a lot of people. They don't care anymore. They don't care about dating or meeting new people.
Mm-hmm.
Still with the same 5 people. A friend told me that the other day. He said, I'm still fucking the same 5 people I've been fucking. So blew my mind, but it happens. Can't judge them. Can't blame them. But yeah, I feel like I'm not judging anyone for having booty calls. If you're having booty calls, that's...
Yeah, you can do it. I'm not saying you guys can't do it. But I'm saying for a lot of people, or even just me, if you could prefer something, booty calls is too easy in a sense, because you could search out the people that you want.
I do agree with this.
You can search out the people that you want, and then when you get with a woman that, you say you do want, but then how easy you could have gotten it. Say your girl that night is she's not probably feeling it. But then now you can just go somewhere and just get it. That's why I say like it's like a hooker system or escort system,
Right.
except you don't have to pay.
Morally, I feel like it's okay. Don't beat yourself up about it.
You can do it. Don't take my word for it.
Relationship wise, I feel like if you plan on being a faithful person,
Yeah.
you probably don't want to start booty calling. That's
Not to interrupt either, but I will say like guys have the easier end of it, only because they detach all feelings before going in. Mainly, I would say girls could do the same, but it's almost difficult because they eventually start to feel for each, because they'll start. It's like taking apart a soul piece by piece for every man they get with.
Now, everyone knows I don't really believe in
two different sides here.
Yeah, I don't really believe in the ties and stuff because I've never experienced anything like that. So don't say it. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. You know, it's just like God. I can't say, you know, I believe in God, but other people may not believe in God. So, you know, it's not a bad thing if you do believe in these things.
Don't hold them accountable.
Right. Don't hold it against me. But, you know, it's just not for me. I feel like, you know, if we go into something and we are sure that this is a casual thing and we talk about it beforehand, I feel like that's what it is. And if we go into a relationship and we talk about the relationship beforehand, that's what it is. You know, don't beat yourself up about these things, guys.
I mean, these problems that'll come across ever so often when you're getting entwined with a girl that you just met one night, and then you want to, like, if you do catch feelings as a guy and then you want to take it a step further, you already know what you've already asked for.
Right, going into it.
So strings should have been already, like, if he doesn't believe in strings, that's fine, but the strings that you've already detached before going in, it's just you should already know what it is before going.
Correct.
And there's nothing against the girl. They say if she doesn't, at some odd reason, doesn't want to catch feelings for you, or maybe for at least she doesn't tell you, you know, it's better off for you to actually go in with the knowledge, knowing that it's not going anywhere.
Now, okay, scenario. Let's say you guys had this communication beforehand. You guys want to keep it casual. You don't want to think about it too much. You just want to hook up, do your thing. And one of the other person does start catching feelings. And let's say...
That's the hard one.
And let's say the other one who didn't catch feelings is still talking to other people. How do you think that's going to play out?
Well, it'd probably be bad. Because not if is it the guy or is it the girl?
We're gonna go with guys first. If it's the guy that caught feelings and the girl didn't catch feelings.
All right, so if the guy catches feelings, he's eventually just gonna start simping. He's gonna start trying to figure out where she is socially, and social media, try to look up where.
What do you do? What do you do to avoid this situation? In your opinion, what do you do if you feel like you caught feelings for somebody you wasn't supposed to catch feelings for? What do you do not to simp over that person? What do you?
You gotta go look for somebody else. You have to. There's no way to actually say there's some other easy solution. That's the only easy solution.
Girls, same thing. If a girl is in this situation, she caught feelings for the guy, and then she see him talking to whoever. Advice for her?
I mean, for her, you know, you kind of have to know, like, if you're really interested in the guy, well, kind of like have to show it. And then, like, say if he was talking to other girls, even if you were jealous, do you really like the guy enough to actually stay with the dude, or try to, like, still do the same fling with the guy, or say, no, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to go find someone else who's going to take me serious.
That's the option I vote.
I mean, they're pretty straightforward. And
cut and dry.
You can't really actually ask for much if you're going to be in. And I say, what is that? A booty call situation. It's what they're called, situationships.
Situationships.
They're called situationships, and those things don't last.
I'm not judging. I'm all for it. Do it whatever makes you happy. In my personal time, I don't do it because, like I told you guys in the last one, I am trying to change my life. So no, I don't, partake. But I don't judge. I'm not holding nothing against you.
I disagree. He disagrees on me on the booty call system. Come to an understanding on that.
Yep.
Second topic. Moving on. The second topic is, how do you feel about dating a girl with a lot of bodies?
I don't.
Or do you even think about it?
Actually, this topic came up this morning. I wanted to talk about this. I really did.
I think we did have a conversation about that.
I don't give a flying flip. I actually do not, because I don't even ask women. I don't. That's never came up in conversation. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't sit there and ask women nothing about their past.
It's the first thing I say when I get into a relationship.
Really?
Yeah. So, it actually throws a lot of girls off. So I asked them like, what was it? Charisma, Madison, Elizabeth. Sorry for naming names.
Oh, name drop.
But and there's other girls too, but I knew off rip what they were about.
Yeah.
They already told me their bodies before they even got with me.
Woo!
So I was like, and then I knew right away I'm only gonna treat this as a short term.
And that's where the booty call comes in.
That's where the booty call comes in.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't forget that.
So I only treated them for exactly what they were. That sounds bad, but
It makes you feel terrible morally.
it makes you feel terrible. But then you also know, like, well, I can't really find a real relationship with this girl because I know what she's about for
Right.
the most part.
And we call that, guys, settling. Don't
Yeah.
settle.
Don't settle.
Don't bring yourself down to that level just because she's easy and available. You don't have to talk to her.
No.
She's not worth your time. Continue.
Body. Yeah.
I don't mind. I don't judge. I don't care. If you're clean, that's all that matters. If you're straight, that's all that matters.
You kind of see it as more of a, say, you only look at it for their personality more than anything else.
Yeah, man, it's not like I don't know, I'm not.
'Cause you don't really like think about like who they've been with and like what they've done.
No, because then, shit, they question me. Who you been with? Shit.
I mean, I have no problem saying it.
I cannot throw any stones. I'm not throwing any stones. I've done it too.
I see it differently here, only because for me being a guy, I don't, knowing that I have girls that actually look at me sexually more than like guys. If I was a girl and if guys looked at me sexually, it'd be a little differently. If I explored my options as a girl, I eventually starts to lower my value as a woman. And that sounds bad, but it technically is like, and this is for most guys. I said from the last episode, generalities. The percentage of men that look at a woman if she had 500 bodies. Say she had 500, and
I would never know.
You would never know. Maybe you'll start to catch feelings. I would say catch feelings for it, and then you'd be still not in the know. But then we'll come to find out, you go walking down the street or you go to a certain place, people know her, and then you'd be like, oh, who do you know these people? And you're like, I have no idea. And then these people start clowning you. So then now you're a laughing stock for being with her. There's an old saying called the town bicycle.
Woo!
The town bicycle. Everybody's riding it. Everybody's riding it.
Hey, by the way, I don't judge. I don't care. None of my business if you're the town bicycle.
Yo, I'm a judge. I'm gonna be honest.
I don't care.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna judge on that.
I'm not gonna talk to you. I don't talk to people anyway, so it don't bother me not one bit. I don't care what the hell you do with your life. Morally is what I'm coming from. If it hurts you in your heart, if it doesn't feel right, don't do it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
If he's beating your ass and it don't feel right,
No, we're just talking
don't
like say they were both good individuals.
if you with somebody and you ain't supposed to be with them, don't do it. That's all I'm saying. Morally,
Yeah.
coming from more perspective, I don't care who you been with in your past.
I look at the fact of how many guys have been with her, and then there's requirements for her for me. So say like she let all those dudes in for free, and now I have to pay. You see what I'm saying? So say she wants to go on a date, she wants to be wine and dine, she wants me to take her to places, she wants all these things.
She want to go from a
Yeah.
house to a house.
Yeah. See what I'm saying? So she's making you pay for men that didn't pay.
But what about what we did in our past? Did we make all them other women pay? Did you? Hey, I need some money. I need to go on a date.
Didn't need to. No, didn't need to.
So it's like,
I look at it as, and most guys do, like, guys do it different. guys don't care what the girl needs or wants. I mean, for you, you're the anomaly. You want to know if the girl has something going on, besides like being at home and being in her parents.
You know what?
Yeah.
I don't know what's up with females, but y'all is weird.
Like, you can have a job. I don't care. I definitely don't. And there's some guys out there, they do care. Take Rocky, for instance. He cares if you actually have something going on.
Please have something going on.
Yeah. But with all that said there, he just wants to have his preference, too. You can't do all those things and not have a preference. Yeah. So, for the most part, guys have standards as well.
It's the same thing, because like you said, if she has a certain number of people that she's dealing with, that get soul ties, as they call it, with all these different people, where do you fit in on that, you know?
You don't know, because I think I remember this. Charisma, when I was dating her, dropping names.
Hand drop.
And they probably won't even see this, so it's good. But Charisma, for the other hand, she got around. She was also, right after I got, done with that relationship, after we ended it, she went on to being a stripper and stuff.
What?
And then she got pregnant.
Oh my God, pregnant.
And then the guy left, because I think he saw the same thing.
No.
He saw the same thing I saw.
Or he was never there at all. Maybe he was just hitting it casually.
It could have been hitting it casually, yeah.
Oh my God.
And then when she found out that he wasn't going to stay with her, well, then she calls me up.
Ah, baby.
Here's the problem with being the nice guy. The girls want to call up when everything that they have with the current guy that they really want doesn't work out. So the guy that they know who's nice, that checks off the nice box,
they keep over
on and they retain them. But then the guys that they really want don't want them, but then they try to figure out ways to retain them.
That's sad.
Yeah. That's sad. That's not saying that that system is very bad, because it only benefits one person, which is the guy who the girl's going after. The guy who's not basically into whatever she deems as very attractive or respected, and she obviously doesn't respect the guy to put him in the corner and being like, "I'll come back to you." Because there's another saying, like, breaks should mean breakups, but they only mean short time of fun.
You know what's gonna happen to you once you hit me with that line.
You need a break.
Some people try.
Yeah.
They go.
But same thing, like going back to the bodies. So when I found out how many bodies she had, I instantly started looking at her differently.
What was the number?
What was the number? She had about 40.
Alright, let me get serious. Even though I wasn't taking this topic serious because I don't care, I'm gonna entertain it. What is the number of bodies? What do you stop at? What is the highest number of bodies you stop at?
That's actually good. Put that in the comment section. I want to see that. I say the amount of bodies that you should not see.
I want to know.
Is over 6. That's what I believe. Not over 6.
Okay, let's fuck that.
So what you think about that?
Man, I mean, I'm heartbroken. I'm heartbroken for you. All you ladies, I'm heartbroken for you. Shit.
I mean, think about it now. Like, you know the difference between like a 20-year-old girl from a 20-year-old guy? They're in that age. How do you think? How many guys?
I'm still heartbroken.
How many guys would you think that could pull many girls? Just an average Joe, average guy.
If you don't talk a lot, you can pull at least 3 women.
3?
In your lifetime, if you don't talk a lot. And
girls at that age pull double the amount.
That's true. That's true. But at the same time, that's not what life is about. You only 20. You ain't supposed to be like he's saying. You ain't supposed to be exploring like that, anyways.
No.
If you do, it's okay.
I think it's misconstrued here. I'm not saying about the midnight, like the one-night stands, the booty calls. That's what I'm disagreeing with. What I am saying is that you should explore your options with other girls, but try to see where it goes. If it doesn't go anywhere, fine, break it off. But what I mean about the booty call thing, it's the same way you treat an escort. It's for one night. You only do it once or whatever, how many times, and you pay. But you don't have any strings attached to that point.
What if she did? Okay. Let's say she dated 7 guys.
Yeah.
And each 7 guys she thought was the one. And she had sex with each 7 guys. It's 7 bodies.
She had to approve in some cases that that's the guy she chose.
So is that okay with you? Or is that a no? Because you just said 6 bodies was.
Yeah, 6 bodies was the done deal.
So what if she fell in love with 7 guys?
If she fell in love with 7 guys, I doubt, because she's not with any of them.
Damn, come on, give me just give me some leeway, man.
Some leeway?
Just come with just shit. God.
So you're saying that she was in love with these 7 dudes,
Yes.
and I should be like looking at it as.
I'm just saying, does that change your perspective? Does it? If she tells you, I deeply, she has proof, she timeline, and you can see everything. She shows you, like, she got memorabilia, not necessarily memorabilia, because it's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying, like, Instagrams and shit exist, and you can see they were together for this amount, and she really took it serious.
Yeah.
Or she found the old picture, and you can see that this girl really took that relationship serious. Does that sway your 6 body thing?
It depends, actually. Because if she took these guys serious, no, it's actually good. I say it depends, because I normally wouldn't say that. I would say no. So it depends. She did take them serious, right?
Right.
That she went through all the things, that she tried to do all the right things, and maybe just the guys that she got with were wrong. So she chose wrong with each guy she got with, but she tried to do her best to make it right. So I find it as like, okay, so she just tried.
Okay.
That's good.
Okay.
To say if there was a girl who didn't try, and just went through guy to guy, just having experience.
So she just a no-go for you.
Yeah, that'd be a no. I've had 2 girls who did that.
What?
But every other girl since, I told them up front. Well, before I was, when I was drinking heavily, I wouldn't say anything. I would just treat them as if they were just a commodity. But as soon after I got done drinking and got into bodybuilding, it was more of like, okay, I want to have a serious relationship. I want to know where it goes. So first thing I ask first, how many bodies you got? And most girls, they lie to me. They say, 1, 2.
They lie?
1, maybe, never.
He lives in a different part of the world than I do. They don't, they kind of upfront down here. I mean, you really can't lie. We can see.
I mean, if the girls that come up, or like the girls you come up to, they'll be telling you like what would they say?
I mean, I don't.
I know you might never ask, but do they ever tell you?
I'm gonna put it to you like this. I live in the city, basically. I live in the county, but I basically live in the city. Everybody knows everybody. We see everything. So the answer is, we already know. We know what you was doing, who you was doing it with, anywhere y'all was doing it. So we don't have to ask. We know.
Okay.
People talk.
So you got like eyes and ears almost.
It's right there. It's in your face.
Okay, so they make it blankly noticeable.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I can get behind that. Last thoughts on that one? Was it the body system? You agree, disagree?
I don't really care for it.
Don't care?
It doesn't bother me.
Okay. You're kind of neutral on it, I guess.
I mean,
I don't know.
Like you said, we just touched on the topics. 6 is the number. The lowest number is 1. I really don't have an input on it. I feel like if you love somebody, if y'all connect, when you first meet somebody, if y'all connect, that's what it should be. That's how I feel. I don't feel like it should go deep. I don't know how to explain that.
I'll say this: the more bodies you carry, the less connections you have with the person. So say the longest relationship you'll go probably won't be as long if the girl had many bodies under her. Her detachment to you would probably be very slim.
Jesus.
I say that because she's already given herself away to many, many men. And if that was the case, let's say she went up to 500, she's very numb, like how numb you can actually be once you're hurt so many times.
Right.
You can also gain that numbness through a bunch of people. Going through a bunch of people, knowing their feelings and stuff like that, and losing your own. So, I feel as if, not that I know, if you have too many bodies, you'll eventually become numb to other people's feelings. Especially like, if most of those people that you got with, you loved. Say those 7 guys that you said that scenario. She loved those guys.
She loved them.
She loved those guys, but it didn't travel or go anywhere after that.
So you think that's going to just jeopardize everything in the future. Now, I can understand. Like I said, I don't really mind it. I never really thought about it like that. You know, I'm also naive. Even though I've had my heart broken plenty of times. So I know it's real, and I know life continue on without you. But I'm still naive, and I still feel like true love is out there, and I feel like connection is real. I don't know why I feel like that, but I do. Yeah, never thought about that.
So you guys agree, or I agree on too many bodies too much. You agree that, or disagree that it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Okay, disagreement here. Good.
But we want to hear from you guys and
Yeah,
down
put
in
it
the
in the
comments.
comment section what you feel. Put a poll up.
I need to know because I've seen this topic earlier today, and I was just like, who cares? But now I know people actually care about it.
People do actually care about it. I don't have the stats to show
I never
them
thought
right
about
here, but you guys can look it up on Google. Look up a bunch of sites and statistics on charts for not just marriage rates, but also dating statistics showing how many guys. So say like the body pulse system, there's that up there. You can look at the chart. It's kind of accurate from what I've been saying. You can go look it up. Don't take my word for it. Don't ever take my word for it. Go look it up yourself. We'll make this a last topic here. I'm getting hungry again.
40 bodies.
Yeah, I knew right away as soon as I got with her. I already had it in my mind like it's not gonna go anywhere. I'm just gonna make this as short as I can.
And she told you, I heard mouth, 40 bodies. I think I would have lied to you too. I'd be like, one? No.
You know, that's something I ain't gonna really
Whoa!
talk about. That girl Stacy.
I'm sorry. That wasn't funny.
But hey, last topic here. We'll probably end it that way. So for going forward, now this isn't about yesterday, but going forward with the marriage system.
Oh,
Now, I hate to bring it back to that, but would you say, is it okay to stay with a woman that you don't want to be with anymore,
uh-oh.
but you have a kid, and you don't want to hurt the kid? Or
I'm going to
you-
get canceled after this one.
you want to leave because she wants to take the kid from you, and she wants you to pay child support and all those other things. So would you?
You should pay child support regardless.
Would you? And this is a real serious one. Would you leave her, let her have the kid, leave your kid, and go somewhere else?
I'm going to get canceled after this one because I don't care about no relationships. I'm going to fight for my child. I've been doing it for the last 5 years. I'm going to do that regardless. So,
I heard this statement before by somebody. It was on Fresh and Fit when I was watching. His name is Tommy. I forgot his last name. I think he was a comedian. And
Tommy
he said,
the comedian.
I forgot his name.
I like the name though. Tommy the comedian.
I forgot his name. I have to look up the video again. But he made a good point. But it was a bad. It made it sound bad too. But it made a good point. Fighting for your kids should be the right thing to do.
Yep.
No doubt about it.
Number one priority.
But he said, because he's already like dealing with his baby mama and all that,
Right.
and he had a prior relationship before, and she wanted to take the kids, she wanted all his money, she even wanted to take his house,
Woo!
and he is like, all right, I'm just gonna make my statement clear, screw those kids, and I'm just gonna go off on my own. And then she had no power over him, and she was mad and angry, like, oh, you don't want to support your kids and stuff like that, and
What?
if you're doing all this stuff to me,
What?
why should I stay and suffer for all these things? And then, like I said before, you should support your kids. But just know there's some men out there that can't take it all. And it's a lot for them. And it's true. And men don't get a go say most times and not in the court. And
What?
especially when you're having so much stress put upon you with money that has to get taken out, a large amount of money get taken out of your account. And on top of that, you can't see your kids. Say if she doesn't want to see she don't want you to see your kids at all, and say she want to take your place if you had it. But if you guys put that in both of your own names, well, you're kind of screwed in that sense. You could say.
Well, fellas, it's not the end of the world. It's always helped. Like I said, I've been doing this for the last 5 years. It was not easy. So, continue. Don't like I just told you guys, we was just talking about this. That is called settling. When you do something just because of something, it's not worth it. Be happy, okay? If you need to separate and fight for your kids, do that. You might have to do it alone.
Yeah,
Do
most times than not, you are alone when doing it.
Because 5 years, I'm telling you.
No,
Sometimes
I'm still on the notion. I never agreed with them on that topic. I always said, like, look, it's your kid. You got to do everything you can for him.
right.
Whether or not that woman that you used to love don't love him, that's like,
We're gonna be black.
no, I'm just gonna turn more Mexican.
Talking to you, fool.
So basically, you should fight for your kid. You should do everything you can.
Please.
Now,
Don't get in my hair, boy.
oh God, that's a big one.
Big old thing.
But you should fight for your kid. You should do everything you should as a father to do. Whatever it takes, you must do it. You know, that kid, you're always gonna love him or love your daughter more than you love your wife. And I hate to say it that way.
That is a part of you. Your
Kid's a part of you, literally. So it's kind of like you're detaching yourself from your own self. It's almost impossible.
Fight for your kids. Now, don't do nothing stupid though. It's not the end of the world. So don't do nothing stupid. Don't take no drastic
Don't take any
measures.
drastic measures.
Please,
you don't
no.
lose that kid.
Yeah, you damage more by doing dumb shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to say too much. I don't want to say this the wrong way because it's very offensive and I'm not trying to be offensive, but this is true. Me being the skin color that I am, I deal with a lot of women that are my color. With dealing with them, legal situations are hard because not a lot of people like to get the courts involved. And this don't just go for people with my skin tone, this go for everybody. But this is something I've experienced. So it might seem like the wrong thing. You might feel like you're doing something bad because you're trying to take the right steps. But they say, you know what they say about doing the easy or doing the right thing. And just do the right thing at all times. That's all I'm saying. That's all
I
I'm saying.
agree. You always do the right thing. It may hurt in the long run, but for the most part, that kid.
It's gonna hurt in the short. It's just gonna hurt in short term. In the long run, it's gonna pay off.
Yeah. There you go. I like that one.
For real.
I like that. So, do you agree on the courts? Well, I would say if you're being married, you should stay with the kid.
No.
You don't agree?
No. I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
But
So you stay in a relationship,
No.
even if it's bad.
no,
So no.
I do not agree. I do agree with fighting for your child though, at all costs. Fight for your child.
This
Legal.
may seem odd, but I will disagree on it. Only because two parents are better than one, and maybe you guys probably have something going on. You guys are either should never argue. Should never. You gotta find someone. They gotta respect you
I know.
enough to not to freaking argue with you. That's something that's a headache. I hate that. But if you guys are no longer wanting to be together, but this puts a hindrance on the kid, only because now he's having to deal with two sides, and two sides are basically, he's always with his mom, or he's always with his father, and he's going to miss something that he needs from his mother, or he's going to miss something that he needs from his father. And him being in the same home, he'll get the best of both worlds. He'll grow up better.
Broken homes. So that's gonna be our next topic. Broken homes. Now, I don't want to get too in deep in that because I want to say that for our next topic. But what I will say about that is, we have experience growing up like that.
That's gonna be a good episode next time around.
Woo! Tune in, guys.
That's gonna
I
be
can't
good.
wait. I'm ready.
See you on the next one.